point, I like to go over my work that I had done before. So I pre-clipped this, but I want to go over it again so it's smoother. I'm going to trim my pads. He didn't need his ears cleaned. They're very clean. He does have hair that grows out of them, but it's clean. There's not a lot of wax. So I don't typically touch ears that look good. Don't want to cause a problem if there isn't one. So I'm going to do his pads first. Nice and clean. His nails are already done. I do like doing my pads after I've done the nails. Some groomers, when they're new, want to get that hair out of the way so they can see a little better. The only thing I find when I do that is you're kind of having to repeat the step, because with the nails there, you can't quite get behind the nail and it's close. So you shave off the hair when the nails are long, and then you can see the nails better, but then you have to go back up and tidy it up again. So it's just an extra step that I've just gotten very comfortable cutting nails. Should anyone get people say, you know, do you know how to do a proper groom on a Shih Tzu? Well, the proper groom for a Shih Tzu would be coat to the ground. Like, their show dog hair is long, drop coat. So really, sort of our choice what we want to do on a Shih Tzu. Now, typically people will do what we call a teddy trim, you know, little shorter on the body, longer on the legs, round feet, round head. Ear length is usually determined by the owner. I really like his ears long. But if someone would say, can you make my dog look a little bit more masculine, I would probably take the ears shorter or shave them to the shape of what the ear is, and maybe layer them. So yes, anyone that's in grooming knows how to groom a Shih Tzu. Most of you probably do an all over trim, which would be same length body and legs. When I took my course, in Toronto, and learned all the proper retrims. You know, was able to leave coat on all the clients. They were always in on a fairly regular basis. And then I come back to New Brunswick. So yeah, if you don't know where I am located, I'm located in New Brunswick, Canada, Fredericton, capital of New Brunswick. We are on Atlantic Coast, Atlantic Pet Styles Academy. We're on the Atlantic coast of Canada. I got back out of school and started doing the grooms the way I was taught. Long legs, a little bit shorter body, but you know, like half an inch on the body, an inch on the legs. So cute. Nope. Next time they'd come back, can you go shorter? Okay, so go to a quarter of an inch on the back and half an inch on the legs, or no, if you go short. It ended up being most of my dogs wanted shave off. Same length, all over, nothing fancy. They just didn't know how to maintain longer coat. You know, they didn't want to keep a regular schedule. That's 24 years ago. I came back to Fredericton 24 years ago to start working as a groomer. And thankfully, things have changed. People really want to get their animals in way more often. More and more people own pets that are family members. And some don't have kids. Pets are their kids. So, yeah. So what I'm doing right now, sorry, I'm not talking about it. I am gliding off the legs to kind of shape in the shape that I'm going to want. When I look at the back, I kind of like that U shape from the top right down, column legs. I am going to kind of flare out a little bit and make the bell bottomy look. Not too much today. I think I'm gonna have to take these ones in. These are a little bit much. So I'm doing as much work as I can with my clippers ahead of time, so I don't have to do as much scissoring. So I use my clip combs. I'm going to switch to a number 2 clip comb down the leg on the top to get the top of the leg set in, and then I'll do the rest with my scissors. Look at that one. Hoping my video doesn't run out and we'll be able to record all this because my memory on my phone is full and I don't know how to delete it. Well, I do. I know how. I don't want to. I have a problem. Anyone else have that problem? So, probably going to be posting this video to YouTube. But I'd like to be able to do lives on TikTok. But I need more followers. You have to have at least 1,000 to do lives on TikTok. So I don't know what the rules are on YouTube. I don't use that as much, but probably will start. All right. So don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Get rid of some stuff. I'll need this, but not for a little bit, just to clean up his face. So I'm going to switch to a. And I look at the camera, it just looks so messy. I'm going to switch to a 2 comb. I've got a wide blade for that. I haven't got wide blades for all my blades yet. I just started switching. So my next purchase will probably be more wide blades because that 5 is just a regular blade. But I do love my wide blades, so I've been converted. All right. So sort of what I had just done in the front, I'm going to do with my clippers, but I like to set my feet first. So I go around the dog. Now, I teach one way and I work a different way. I teach one way because I want students to be able to remember to do all 4 feet. Because if you get distracted and someone comes in, let's say a nail trim walks in, and you say, just 1 minute, you finish doing what you were doing and you can know where you left off. So if I'm setting all 4 feet and I'm just on the last one, I can say just a minute and I finish this last foot. I'm going to set this foot. I'm not going to do anything else with set it. But then when I come back to the dog, I know you can go from back to front, but just be very mindful when you're doing all 4 feet. And I can continue on. It's harder to get front to back. So I tend to nowadays set a foot, do a leg, set a foot, do a leg. But I'm a lot quicker now, so he wants to back up so bad. These fluffer gutters. Today I'm going to fluffy front feet. I don't know why I looked so fluffy last time. So I lift the foot and I brush all the hair down. And you face this way? I'm gonna have to put you on the pole. Oh, I know. Oh, I don't like that. Is that right there? I just need my toes on it. Not the same. Ish. Yeah, I'm just setting the shape right now. Not beveling anything drastically other than just at the edge. I will bevel the back of the feet to make the laces more up on their toes rather than. I've lifted the foot. This foot is an awkward angle for me to come from the back to the front. So I am going to just lightly scissor off. Went across the back of the pad, side, and front. So I'm taking my scissors all the way around the pad, but I am not putting my scissors across the pad for the best I can. When you get going and you get moving and you get more experience, but yes, I have to work my way around to put scissors across pads, but in my head, when I pick up a pad, even to this day, I'm thinking, stay on the outside, stay on the outside. Do it for this one as well. Because you forget where your scissors are. Dog kicks.
I'm slightly raising the back of the foot there.
I'm
going to work that
pulling
in
all the hair down.
I know I want the back of both front and back of feet to raise up a little.
Pushing that hair at the back of the pad.
I'm not in camera yet. It should look like they're a little bit forward rather than back. Push back and then pads rolling forward.
See this.
That's not what we want to see.
Hopefully my description is good.
So let's get my thinners. These ones are quite fine. The other thing I notice a lot in the groomers, you guys want to use your fingers.
The table. Stop everything that was touching.
Have your comb.
Pretty good job in the other hand cleaned off.
Use that as your fingers.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back and clean that up. Let's go to the front.
Oh no! I like to go up and sideways here, so it's hard to double any. This is a little bit more forgiving.
All right. I know you. For some reason, you want to stand close to me. I don't. You love me. You love me.
He's typically done here in a few minutes. So
right.
I'm running a little behind on you. But I want this video to be worth your while. I see a couple spots. Belly.
This is the groomer's helper.
I can really see how this hair here is just not cleaned up.
Is my third hand.
Stuff the edge.
Eventually will relax.
I have way too much of a bell bottom on the front.
Oh, these feet are so fluffy.
I'm setting this in scissors right now, but typically
same back here.
This
This is also a moment like if I didn't clean the pad up.
I just see something
as well.
But this is what I do. So I'll keep on really touch it on.
Sometimes we're in a hurry.
Dig out the back of the leg.
Someday I'll have more than one camera and we will show different angles here.
Now I'm sculpting with my clippers.
So side to side, back and front, everything
With
the table.
Yes, you can do a lot of the work with your clippers. This one looks funny. This angle. I can see that on camera. I'm not cleaning that up with my scissors. There's not a lot more to clean up on that leg.
Normally I would do the
I was
dog.
starting to do it with my scissors, but
I'll try to keep them.
Here, other way. Still gonna give them a
I didn't shave that pad.
But I'm gonna take more of this front of this foot off. Straighten that leg out. There's parts that you can't see that well, and I don't talk or say anything. Probably fast forward. Oh, you can do that. All right. I'd really like to take some classes from her. Olga. She could really fine tune my work. So, I'm happy with the grooming that I do on the dog, but there's always
the hair down in front of the pad.
Always.
Take that side off. This side.
And here's everything. I
kind of cleaned that off good with my clippers. But I would take everything here, and here.
Phone calls, my recordings keep stopping.
And the foot drop.
You see, it's just
still see some flippies.
So
let's get 5. Didn't pick up very.
These ones are quite
good
fine
on this belly.
and just soften those edges.
So.
Did a pretty good job with just the scissors.
Bellies because I do like them tighter because first thing you'll see when the hair starts to grow out here is
That way to go up into above your bevel, and
is
make a mistake.
this hair.
A little bit more forgiving.
So I tend to take all my bellies a little bit shorter, so I'll reverse my blade along the tummy to tighten that up.
There you see a couple spots on his belly. I can really see how this hair here is just not cleaned up, and that's just
all right. Feet are set.
Didn't get quite brushed out as well. I'm gonna get that off.
Set on the bottom.
Real nice.
Still need to set the outside.
So I just see some chunkiness, so I'm just gonna.
Now I create a square.
Those edges.
Typically I'll do front of the foot, back of the foot, sides, and then round off the edges. So I create a square first. So let's see if you can see this.
Much better. All right, I'll just do that to the back. And we just got his head. Just got his head to do. This one looks funny. It's just the angle.
So I usually find where the front of the toes are. My line in front is fairly straight. And then I might bevel it under a little bit. But the first clip is fairly straight. Straight. I'm just sort of setting how big I want the foot to be.
And if I don't talk or say anything, it's one of those straight rather than fast forward. Oh,
and then I bevel, take my scissors at a 45, and I go around the foot. To prevent from pigeon toeing your foot, I teach to go from the back to the front because it's harder
really
to
like to
bend
take
your
some classes from
scissors
her
around
Olga.
this way. Your hand doesn't really
Should be
want
really
to
fun
bend
doing that
as
work.
well.
You know, I'm happy
So
with
if
the
you
room
go
that I do
from
in
the
this dog,
back to the
there's
front
always
of
room
the
for
foot, you will
always.
less likely pigeon toe your
So, like,
dog's
we're
foot. And when I mean by pigeon toe
maybe
is like,
touch up around.
so we want a
I don't
nice
think it's a deal if I
round
touch around.
foot, right?
Ooh, I do have
And
to
if
lower it a
we
little bit.
can't look at the camera and do this, we want a nice round foot. And what pigeon toe means is we've taken the foot and like pinched it at the front. So my husband called, stopped my video. I should have put it in airplane mode. That's okay. Yeah, so round foot, don't want to make it pointy. So if you come and you scissor, what's something round? If you come and scissor something round, at the camera, from the back, your scissors tend not to be able to bend as well. But if you come from the front, I'm doing this is the front of my. I'm pouring ear cleaner all over me now. Come from the front, you tend to be to your angle. You can get that angle pretty tight, and you don't want that angle tight. You want it nice and round. Anyways, does that make sense? So I'm going to round his foot. So I got to stop talking as much and get moving. Whoop. You guys are probably saying, no, talk more. Right. All right. So now I'm coming from the back and rounding towards the front. Any of the edges, like I'm taking off that squareness. Rounding. All right. So we'll do that on all 4 feet. Front of the foot. So his face is round. Sometimes I set it in with something. Doesn't say I've set it in with anything. So it's quite long right now, so I would like to set it in with something just to speed things up. Get some of this stuff off the table. So instead of my 2, I'm going to go with my 1 comb, which is a 1/2 inch with my wide blades. I can't. I'm just going to sit at the edge of the table, I guess, and be part of the video. Yeah, you're going to be part of this video. Alright, so we're going to do your face now. Yes. So I just like to take off a little bit of length. And I'm also going to use chunkers. So I like my curved chunkers. Everything I'm using today is gem. Scissor brand. Really like them. Some of the older models, some of the newer models. Alright. He's got just some stuff on his chest there to clean up. You're so cute. Alright. So I do have to loosen this because I need to get under it. Sit. So this is a 1 comb. It's not going to take a lot off, but I don't need to take a lot off on him. I go forward. Hi, Joanne. I'm just finishing up. I'm making a video of doing it. Just fin. Yeah. Because we did the whitening shampoo. Yeah. That's what I usually use on them. It's called brightening shampoo. Stanley was up here hanging out with him while I groomed him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, whatever.